everyone. I am dropping in for an overdue conversation with you all. I wanted to address some of the changes you might be seeing or feeling in the group and with what I'm doing. But the first thing you need to know is that I am still me, my real person, wearing my favorite Badger cap and the trusty vest you probably see me in real life wearing very often. But like I said, I want to share with you what's really been going on behind the scenes in my life and business and catch everyone up to speed so that we can all move forward and lean into the breakthroughs that are just a part of life. So I guess who here, whether you're live or on the replay, who here doesn't feel like you're a very big deal? I certainly have. I mentioned I wanted to share some stories from middle school, so take a little adventure with me to help you understand where I'm coming from today. So in middle school, I was average, very average, yet I liked being involved, and I had a lot of different activities. I played soccer, and I was in choir and the play, and I wasn't good at math, but I was good at English, and I had a lot of different friends, and I liked leaving an impact, like making a difference in the people I was working with or the programs I was a part of. And so there's this really exciting opportunity to run for class president in the 8th grade. And it was really a big deal. We had a month-long campaign, and there were dozens of kids that had to get through the primary. And then I ended up in the last 3, still in the running to be class president. And I was up against the football superstar, the jock, and the really pretty, popular girl who was blonde and had lots of friends and boys loved her. And then there was me with my braces and my skirt. And I was pretty intimidated. Yet I felt like, this is a really exciting opportunity. I'm going to lean into it. I took my speech up to the platform shaking, one of my first public speaking events in front of middle schoolers. Okay, not an easy time to put your greasy hair in front of hundreds of, your peers. And I went up there and I quoted people like Oprah and Martin Luther King. And I talked about how we needed fans in the gym. And it actually was important because of ventilation and how old, the mechanics were in our school. And then the jock goes up there and gets everyone super pumped up and plays music. And he was so cool because he didn't even prepare a speech. And yeah, that was, all right, well, I guess that's maybe I wasn't speaking to my audience. And then the popular girl goes up there and she's super cute and she forgot a few things. And again, lots of excitement behind her. And ultimately, I came out very far ahead of my opponents in middle school. And I became class president not only that year, but every year after that. And I realized that there really is something to being, the average real person. And I enjoyed doing that. It wasn't as glamorous. In 8th grade, they made a big deal out of us running for president, but there was definitely something that I understood at that age of be a real person, and that position can make an impact. And a lot of people can get behind that. And so I went through the rest of life feeling like, yeah, I'm just a real person and I'm respected because I'm average. And then senior year, because I was president, I got to give the commencement speech. So here I was. I grew up in a small town. Some of you, if you're watching, Milton High School, say hello. And I gave a speech again at graduation, and it was a pretty decent speech. I did not quote Oprah, but I'm pretty sure I quoted MLK. And there's my dog. And I again felt like, I'm just average. This is just a small town. It was just a few minutes. Anyone can do this. I'm not special. I'm not that big of a deal. Yet it wasn't just in my head. I was also hearing that from a lot of places. Slow down. You do too much. We can't keep up with you. When are you going to take a break? Hi, Dan. And so I was taking all of these messages throughout, from middle school on up, right? I'm not that big of a deal. I'm just the average person. Okay. I do too much. I'm just from a small town. And I've been noticing that pattern coming up in my business again now. And that, it's just making money. It's not that hard. I can teach people how to make money. I'm just a real person. I'm just making people see what's possible. I'm not doing that much. I'm not that big of a deal. If you've ever felt like I'm not that big of a deal, and you've kept yourself small, and you said, who am I? Like, anyone could technically publish a book on Amazon. Anyone can start a Facebook group. What I'm realizing, though, is that not everyone does that. And so I've been going through, honestly, growing pains over the past few months in trying to lean into this place of, staying humble, being real. It's okay to be average, but also, who am I to, dull my light or stay here in this place of comfort and, just being average and okay. And so I get you. I get you if you've been told that you're a lot, or that it's not realistic. Or you guys, honestly, I have been told time and time again, don't be a burden on society. You need to earn money so you can contribute and pay taxes. You need to have healthcare so that you're okay. Be realistic. Do the right thing. So ultimately, after high school, I did the right thing. Although inside of me, I felt like I wasn't quite sure where to channel myself. So I did the right thing. I kept making people happy. I went to college. I got the state job. Okay. And then even when I started my entrepreneurial career, I coached people. I helped them earn money. I helped them, break free of the 9-to-5. And we're doing that. And you're seeing people in this group have that result. And I still feel like there's more. There's so much more to my message. And I am a big deal. Not everyone does this. Not everyone is able to commit to personal development. I mean, even the shift from spending my money on a Friday night to spending my money on personal development, that's a differentiator of me. And I haven't been owning that. And guess what? No one is really going to get you if you're walking around with imposter syndrome. And that is what I have understood in the past couple of months, is that this crap in my head about who am I to do this, I'm not that big of a deal, has been holding me and my clients back. And so you're seeing, the photography, investing in a photographer, getting higher level coaches. Okay, there's 3 M's that I decided to commit to, and that was my mindset, my mentorship, and my mirror. And we're going to get to all of those because it's going to help you all if you're ready to step into your greatness and level up. This is not just like a, level up your branding, level up your mission statement. Step into the brightest light that is inside of you. And I'm taking one step farther. So the first thing was mindset, right? I had to get rid of that, who am I? I'm not a big deal nonsense. And I think most of you here have heard me talk about the power of I am statements. And I've got some more training to give you guys, but what really amplified my mindset was that other M, the mirror. I stood in the mirror, not to be cocky. I really hope everyone here is hearing where I'm coming from. And it's a place of self-love and ownership of my life. So I stood in the mirror and I told myself, you are a big deal. I get you. I get it. I get it. Because I wasn't hearing that. And I searched in so many places to feel that, I get you. I see what you're about. So I told myself literally in the mirror, and it was awkward, and sometimes I whispered it, and sometimes I just did it in my head. But I definitely believe that has catapulted me to actually believing I am abundant. I am worth high ticket prices. I am making a difference in people's lives. People are lining up to read my book and work with me. It is true. And so my mindset has shifted a lot to be wow, I do have a platform, and I don't want to keep it a small platform. And I don't want to keep people just worrying about, how to earn money. I want to expand what we're talking about because I'm ready for it. And then the last thing is mentorship, right? So leveling up the people I'm spending my time with, reinvesting in myself. You guys saw I paid off my student loans, but that was after I got a few extra coaches. And so I encourage all of you to step in the mirror and tell yourself you're a big effing deal, because you are. And we need your confidence, and we need you to take off the imposter cloak. Because like I said, you're not going to be your true self. You're not going to make your real impact. You're not going to earn and attract what you really want if you're still walking around like in the witness protection program is really what it's like. I mean, you guys have seen, oh my gosh, what's that movie with Lindsay Lohan where she's in the program, the witness protection program. She goes to high school and like she tries to play all these different roles. Don't do that, okay? I want to say Freaky Friday, but anyway, back to what I'm talking about. Let's all own that we are big deals. And don't worry about being cocky or being humble, because if you're coming from a place of your heart, you wanting to share your heart, that is the most inspiring and powerful thing that you can really be doing. Like I said, this is just a step into my journey, and it was a powerful one because I'm going to be sharing with you all, you may have been seeing already, that I 5x'd my business, my income, and also my impact. So the more I told myself, you're a big deal, I was able to help other people become a big deal. And I absolutely believe that my personal development work is why we are seeing people in this group and my clients expand even more quickly. Okay, so this is why Jennifer finally has a business plan after 10 years of researching and wondering, who am I to start a business? And this is why Christina finally has a tribe of people like asking her, like, how do we work with you? How do we support you? Because she's stepping into her potential and not wondering, well, I don't think I'm good enough to coach people. And this is why Dom is finally getting high ticket clients, because he's owning it. He knows he's got the experience and he needs to share it. So all of this is to say that your results are going to depend on your ability to step into you're a big deal. And when you are a big, whatever, you're a big deal. I get you. And I want to support you in a bigger way. And so you've noticed in this group that I'm leveling up some of my content. I'm sharing with you a more professional side, because it's not that we need to have like amazing branding, but like, what if you did? What if you did invest in yourself a little more, or a photographer? So thinking back on when I was middle school president and thinking, oh, I'm not that big of a deal. The parts that I did feel really great about and like I was actually making an impact is when I was helping my peers or other people, you know, vice president, secretary, when we could do things together was when I kind of believed it was a big deal. So I have something I have never done before to share with just you all in this group. So first of all, I mentioned to you, I'm going to be sharing with you a training about how I 5X'd my online business. Income, impact, abundance, just like grew in every aspect of my life and worked less. Okay, so I'm going to share that training with you, but honestly, that's only for people who are in the place of maybe earning a few $1,000s a month, kind of on this hamster wheel of entrepreneurship, thinking like, man, if I earn more money or if I take on more clients, that's just going to be more work. Okay, maybe if you're in that space, this training will be good for you. Or if you're just trying to wrap your head around, why do I not attract the abundance that I want in my life? And like, why am I having such a hard time getting people to pay for my work? I'm doing so much. I'm ready to receive. When do I get to start receiving and not be putting out so much? So that's addressed in the training. I'll definitely be sharing it with you all. The other thing I'm doing until one of my favorite days of the year, March 4th. I love March 4th. And if you were in middle school with me, you knew this was true even in middle school. March 4th is the only day of the year that's a command. March 4th. Move forward. So until March 4th, today until March 4th, I am changing my coaching only for people who are ready to level up, okay, to move into this 5X land with me. So you may know I have a course right now, and it is in-depth. It is fast and furious. There are trainings, there is personal coaching, and it's really moving you first from mission statement and mindset of an entrepreneurship into exactly how we're going to craft your high ticket offer. And then I give the exact scripts and templates for how to communicate your value and have clients lining up. And my clients and I do not chase people. We do not pay for Facebook ads. We just, again, position ourselves, and I give you the exact scripts to start again, getting your first few high ticket clients. And then at the end of it, right, how to scale and how to sustain this business. So that's a 10-week fast and furious, hours and hours of content. I'm giving that to new clients who I will coach one-on-one every single week. Because this is really where the magic happens, right? I told you that big mentorship piece. And I can also be that mirror to tell you, you are a big deal. And this is how we're going to share it. Okay, I've got the strategies, but having that mindset and that support every single week, day in and day out, is what I want to give those of you. So what I'm doing until March 4th is I'm taking my one-on-one coaching every single week, plus you get all of the content in this 10-week course jam-packed, giving it to you at a fraction of the cost. After March 4th, I'm stepping into my abundance and my value, and prices are going up. So I'm not saying this to be, again, cocky or anything. I just want you all to know what's going on here. And it is a personal shift, and it is me pouring into more of the people who are ready to expand not only their income. We can do that. That has been shown in this group time and time again. We can earn money. But let's make it meaningful. Let's make lasting impressions in our clients or with the product that we create, and leave a legacy. That's a big deal. I used to also, in middle school, I was afraid of aging. My friend Courtney Cullen can tell you that in every single birthday card I gave her, I was like, I can't believe you're 14. You're like a real teenager. You're gonna drive soon. And because she was a few months older than me. And then every time she'd be like, it's not that bad. Come be 14, come be 18. And I had this fear of aging. And what I recently realized that was about is that I was afraid of life passing me by and not making the most of it. And so here I was at 26, like, okay, like I'm good. I could just stay here. I could be good, chilling, monetize passion projects, earn a few $1,000 bucks. That's good. That's good. Let's do more because we can. And I get it. I get that you haven't felt like you're a big deal or that you're fully, truly, honestly worth it. So let's work together to unleash your full potential. Because honestly, the world is suffering the longer you walk around with your imposter cloak on. So thank you for listening. Thank you to all the people who voted for me in the middle school election. Thank you to all of you that have been in the group and watching this process and letting me shift and have breakthroughs. And thank you for letting me share it with you. I'm not going to quote MLK today, but I do feel like it's time for us to use the platforms that we have, share our stories, and let ourselves be a big deal. So your assignments: 1, go to the mirror, or at least if you're in your cubicle right now, or you're in a co-working space, say to yourself, I am a big effing deal. I'm a big deal, and I need to share that with more people. And then send me a message and we'll talk about how we can do that. Because working with other, mentorship, it's just the only way I've gotten to where I am. And so that's what I want to give people, is the shortcut and the hand holding to quickly level up, because in just a few months, you can take that cloak off and you can 5x everything that you're doing. So look out for that training and let me know if you guys have any questions. You are awesome, everyone watching. And one last thing, your dream life is your real life. We don't need to put it off any longer. So let's rock and roll all the way until March 4th. Talk to you guys very soon.